Hey, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started with a reading for you. Some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. One thing before I started the video and I was shuffling the cards, I heard loud and clear is that we're all at like a breaking point right now. And I feel that the last couple of weeks, if not even longer for some of us, um, we've really been seeing things for what they are, but trying to ignore it. And I feel with like the Mars square that we've had and the oppositions that we've also had a Saturn square to Jupiter. I feel like it's time for us to choose self love. Okay. We also have Saturn and Neptune and Chiron and Aries. And sometimes we do have to choose ourselves and stop choosing people that wouldn't choose you. Stop choosing jobs that wouldn't choose you. And I think that a lot of realizations with people have been coming up, and some people want to sweep them under the rug. And I feel like we're at a point where you can't do that anymore. And it's almost like we're getting a lot of backlash. But the thing is you see it very clearly. Whatever it is for you, everybody's going to have an it in a different area of life. Okay. So, what needs to shift? What needs to change? Why is it that you got to get angry and frustrated and out of character in order for you to finally make a decision? It's like when you're in a relationship, people always wait till there's a knockdown, drag out fucking fight instead of just being like, hey man, it's been real, it's been fun, it hasn't been real fun, like I'm ready to experience something different. I feel like I've learned all there is to learn here. No, we're not taught that. We're taught that we have to be, mad. We have to find them cheating. They have to beat the crap out of you. Like it's like, what are you doing? Why haven't we been taught to do things like, hey, I just like I said earlier, I just feel like it's time for me to learn something else. It's almost like when a friend tries to leave your life. Instead of them fucking you over and hurting you and talking shit behind your back, just leave. Why can't you just, hey, I need some space to, you know, redirect my life. And I feel like we need to separate for the time being. No hurt feelings. You're cool. I'm cool. Like, but life is lifing, and I don't feel like you're part of the next chapter. But no, it's almost like people have this idea that they have to be mean to another person to validate why they're doing what they're doing. And then what they do is they take that person and they make them the villain. And I've been seeing a lot of that, whether it's through family, whether it's through work, whether it's through friendships, whether it's through, whatever. Like even the lady at the grocery store, she's such a bitch. Then why do you keep going through her line? Why do you keep going to that store? Go somewhere else. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know. So we get to these pressure points, and we've been at a pressure point. We have another pressure point coming up soon. And it's like each time you have to learn how to respond a little bit differently instead of reacting. Like recently I had somebody come at me and call me some of the most vile stuff and told me I was doing witchcraft and told me I was doing all kinds. And I'm like, that isn't going to get you anywhere with me. But what it made me realize is how much I love what I do. And this hidden enemy that came out of the woodwork really showed me that actually I want to take my business even further. And it was like she was blackmailing me and threatening me that I needed to shut down my business and told me I needed to find God. But really all that did was the opposite. My ex-husband told me one time that you need to get a job. And mind you, I'm taking care of 3 kids. I'm basically a single mom because he doesn't even come home. And he had the audacity to give me an ultimatum that if I didn't, take care of the kids, take care of the house, make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, cook, clean, the whole 9, get a job, make as much money as him, otherwise he's leaving me. And I was like, so you're telling me I have to do everything on my own, which is everything I'm doing on my own anyway, and I got to get a job? Well, then I'll just do that, and then you can go. I don't need you. Well, it backfired on him. Just like this individual who contacted me, that I don't even know this person. And she's a local business owner, which makes it even weirder. And I was just so mind blown, but she wanted to take me out of character and wanted to make me question my path in life. And really what she did was solidify that I'm on the right path. So that was like a pressure point. What do I do? And diamonds are made from pressure. So what do I want to do now? Actually, I want to teach what I do. That's what she got me to. She doesn't even realize how much power she gave me when she did that. She gave me power I didn't even know I needed or that I even wanted. But you solidified my path when you made the decision that you made. And I'm grateful to this individual for that. She doesn't even realize it. She wants me to be mad and match her energy. But actually, no, that was the pressure point that I needed to realize that I obviously am helping people. And that irritates your soul so much? Okay, that says more about you than it does about me. So, with that said, how many of you are going through that in your relationship? It doesn't matter if it's your romantic relationship, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, roommate situation even. It could be family between you and your kids. It could be at a job. It could be, where is it that, and because it's all about relationships. There is nothing in life where we don't have a relationship with something. Even if it's a relationship with food, it's a relationship. What is your relationship with your food? What is your relationship with you taking care of yourself? What is your relationship with self-love? What is your relationship with other people? What is your relationship at your work? Okay? We all have relationships that we need to figure out. So is it a health issue that's now come to a head that you tried to ignore for a really long time? What's your relationship with food? What's your relationship with constantly poisoning yourself, eating processed garbage, and then for some of you, even putting your kids on ADHD medication? Where is your relationship with all of this? Are you doing your research? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you listen to your body, if nothing else? Even when you walk into a room and you feel the tension, yet you try to ignore it and, the other person is passive aggressive towards you. Hey, what's going on? Everything okay? You feel something, but they're like, no, I'm fine. Passive aggressive. They don't want to, talk about the issue. They just want to make you feel even more like shit. Where is your relationships at right now? With every area of your life. We have 12 signs of the zodiac, and each one of them is in every one of our charts. So, let's see what we got here. Let's see what the Moonology deck has to say about this energy. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Your commitment is being tested. Yes. Nothing is yet set in stone. Work through your fears and bring love into the situation. I love how those fell out. And the bottom of the deck, what do you need to release? What did I just say? What do you need to release? Who do you need to release? Is it a commitment that you made with someone else that they're not keeping up to their end of the bargain? Your commitment to your path? Maybe you need to get rid of the naysayers, which is exactly what I'm doing. Getting rid of all the naysayers. I don't care what you feel about what I'm doing. And at the end of the day, that's what I needed to release, is my give a fuck. And then you become a level of unfuckwithable because what you do is no longer reliant on other people's fucking feelings. Listen, you make decisions. Nothing is ever set in stone. You just got to go with the flow. And once we make a decision, your commitment to your new path, your commitment to a better life. But most people are afraid to go out there and just live their lives for them. Listen, if people are going to judge you and they're going to try to change you, then they're going to try to change you into a person you don't even fucking recognize. And at the end of the day, it'll be another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing that they want to take away from you until you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And then they end up still leaving because you are never going to be the level of perfection that they want you to be. You have to fit into a certain box in order to be a part of this cool kids club. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to sit at your table anyway. Why would you want to sit around a table where people are gossiping about other people or always talking about badly about other people? I'd rather sit alone. I do sit alone. Because if they're going to talk about other people, then they're going to talk about you. You're going to be the topic of discussion. So choose your people wisely, because that's what Aquarius represents, is the people, your friendship groups, the people, the types of people that you hang out with. Like, I even quit a humanitarian effort that I was in for a couple of years, and I was like gung-ho about this group, and then I started realizing, like, oh shit, this is not something I even want to be a part of. Like, whoa. And I was devastated to have to walk away from the group because I knew that it was going to, create a ruckus, and there were certain people in the group that absolutely needed me, but I had to realize that it's not my responsibility, because what they were doing was wrong. And every ounce of my soul, and I was trying to make myself just ignore it, but it was like this red fucking flag that was waving right in front of my face. And I was like, you know what? No, everything inside my soul says this is wrong. So where is it in your life where you feel like everything in this situation just feels wrong? Is it your job? Is it your relationship? Is it a family member or family members? Is it an environment? Is it a humanitarian project? Where is it in your life that you know that something just doesn't fit? It's not part. You're trying to take two puzzle pieces that don't even fit and pound them into one another to make it fit. Like, love does not have to be that hard. Your job, your career doesn't have to be that hard to fit in with everyone else and follow the crowd. Individuality is very important. Authenticity is very important. Not people who close their mouths because they're too afraid of being heard, because they might say something that makes the other person makes them feel fucking stupid because they don't understand it. And instead of them taking the time to understand it, to do the research, to talk to other people, to get, or even to talk to the individual that's trying to talk to them. No. There's too many outside influences, especially when it comes to family nowadays. And I feel like everybody, especially with social media, you got all these fucking retarded videos that tell you how to cut a piece of paper. And everybody's chiming in, oh my God, I didn't know how to cut that piece of paper. What the fuck? All social media is nowadays is like permission to do something, or they need somebody to tell them or validate them that everything is okay. Listen to yourself. It's not that we have a lack of information. We have a lack of fucking people who use the information at hand. It's not that there's not a lack of, we do have a lack of common sense. Because there's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many, you think about the olden days, right? And back in the olden days, families used to sit around the campfire. They used to talk about their ancestors and their upbringing and their, if they were a baker, then your kids were going to be a baker. If they were an architect, your kids were going to be an architect. Not that we were supposed to follow in line with our parents and have to stay low because they were low. It wasn't like that. Make it your own. But now there's so many different ideas, and there's so many different, you could take a class for this and a class for this and a class for this. We're not teaching individuality. We're not teaching people that they actually have a superpower already within them, and it's up to them to go out and find it. Instead, we entice people to spend a bunch of fucking money because that looks cool. And then halfway through fucking school, they're changing majors. They decide, I don't even want to do this. I don't fucking want to learn this. That's what I thought I wanted to learn. But now that I'm learning a little bit of life and a little bit of independence, actually, Now you're in debt, and then you just took all that time, and instead of going out, being a kid, going backpacking in fucking Europe and finding yourself after high school, no, you're being told to go to college, spend a bunch of fucking money. You do realize that those college teachers and all the administration and the deans and everything, that's their job. It's a job. They get paid to do the job. Go learn a trade. Then you're not in debt. Go to another country. Find yourself. Sweep sidewalks for your beer drinking money. That's what I told my kids. None of them went to college. None of them. They're out there living their lives to the fullest, and they're finding who they are in their own individuality. So it's like, where are you committed to making a change? If fear was not even an option, and only love was, where would this wisdom be poured into a certain area of your life? Where would you use that superpower? Because Aquarius is the star in the original Rider-Waite Tarot. Aquarius is represented by the star. What are your hopes? What are your wishes? What are your dreams? The star is about hope and optimism and healing. Some people are just too afraid to heal. And they're too afraid to heal with the people that they really want to heal with, but instead they take their time to make another person's life miserable. And I see that here. But if you were truly healed, you would do what I said earlier in this session or in this reading, right? Of instead of anger and resentment and hurt feelings and whatever else, you bring love into the situation, and instead of like this knockdown, drag out fight for you to walk away or you get fired instantly or whatever, you listen to that little niggle inside of you and say, you know what? I feel like it's time for us to part ways. Whoever us is, everybody's going to have a different us. And maybe for some of you, the us is you. Everything is a mirror to you. Some of you guys even, it's just a fear of vulnerability, a fear of like reaching out and asking other people. Uranus rules Aquarius. Uranus is the breaking free from shackles that bind. It's the great awakener. It's the lightning where Jupiter's the thunder. Where are you using that lightning inside of you to break you free from whatever shackles that bind that don't serve a purpose? What is it that you need to be released from? Because Scorpio's Pluto. So Pluto, when I talked about it earlier, we're going to be making some aspects to Pluto in this next few days. And that Pluto is the great destroyer. It's death, decay, destruction, endings, completions, finalizations. We're in a 9-year. 2025 is a 9-year. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. And we're in Year of the Snake, which talks about all of us shedding our fucking skin. So that next year we come into a 1 year and we're off to the races. It's all about new beginnings. 9s are about completions. It's also perseverance. 9 is also connected to the Hermit. It's about becoming wiser. It's that Virgo energy. And we have the South Node in Virgo. So right now you have other people who are criticizing you. They're critical of everything that you do. Like me, my family is so critical of what I'm doing. They fucking hate what I do, but they hated who I was before. So I'm just going to be authentically me, and like me or leave me, I'm cool with it. I've made peace with it. It's okay. No hard feelings, man. I'm just not your cup of tea, but I'm somebody else's lump of sugar or honey, So not worrying about what everybody else. South Node in Virgo for the next 18 months is stop being critical of others and yourself. Like I have a family, I'm a Virgo, so I have a family that just criticizes and constantly finding faults in everything I say or do. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just being who I am. And I don't think it's actually that bad of a person. It's just you want to change me. Well, that's where I have to release other people's opinions of me. And I need you to do the same. That's what the universe is asking you, is release other people's opinions. This is your life. That's their life. They don't get two lives. Why is it that everybody gets to have opinion on your life and criticize your life? Turn the mirror back on yourself. So if you find yourself in the next couple of years constantly criticizing the government and criticizing the people in your life and criticizing your boss, if you can do so much fucking better, then get your fucking ass out there and do it. Don't compete with anyone else. Don't think anyone else is in competition. There is a million motherfucking readers out there. Millions of fucking readers out there. Do you think that I'm in competition with any of them? Abso-fucking-lutely not. You got some foo-foo woo-woo ones out there that I talk about, all the... I can't, I got a little bit of foo-foo woo-woo, but I'm a Virgo. I'm very realistic. I can show you on a very realistic plane what I'm talking about. I can paint you a picture and you feel like you're standing in the center of it. That's the reality of the situation. It's perspective. So I'm not for everyone, but that's okay with me because I don't want to be for everyone. I'd be really busy and I like my life. I like being in the flow. So where is it that you can be more in the flow, like her pouring all of the wisdom? Because you think about, okay, I said the Hermit earlier, right? And Aquarius being the star. If you look at the Hermit card, he has the star in his lantern. So he's learning from the past. He's becoming wise. He's, doing things differently. And then he's able to turn around and bring hope for other people. So here's the star. And here's the Hermit. Let's find it. Hopefully I didn't pass it on the other side. I don't think I did. Watch, it's going to be one of the last cards. Sure enough. Oh, there it is. One of the last cards. And there's the Hermit. So we've got that star. That star. And sometimes people want to keep you in a cage and they don't want you to shine. They don't want you to become a star. They're afraid of your power. They're afraid of you outgrowing them. But they don't do anything to fight for you. In fact, they put you in a prison, or they put themselves in that prison because, we all have wishes. We all have hopes. We all have dreams. Some of us, it's for love. Some of us, it's for, emotional support, stability, financial success. Some of us just want to have family around us. Some of us, we all want different things. And some of us, all of the above. But what do you need to release in order to bring that in? For me, it's family. I have to, I was adopted when I was a kid. So I'm not one of those blood is thicker than water, Yeah, it hurts because my family, they fucking hate me in some aspects. But I've actually come to the conclusion it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. It used to fucking break me. But because I was raised adopted, I actually can go out and make my own fucking family, which is what I've done. I have a family out there that I cherish, that cherishes me, that calls me to check in on me, that makes time. I have people in town that have been in town for the last couple of weeks, and they make it a point to make time with me. We've seen each other. Today will be the third time. I'm actually headed out here in a little bit to go meet up with them and have lunch. And they make time for me. That's what family is. It's honesty, loyalty, unconditional love, not love with conditions. Same thing at your job. Does your job have conditions that you have to keep your fucking mouth shut? Because if it does, in order for you to have a paycheck, that's conditional. As long as you pretend to be the least smartest person in the room to build somebody else up. Fuck that. That's not what we were sent here for. We weren't sent here to hate our lives. We weren't sent here for other people to dictate how we live. So what do you need to release? Only you know the answer to that. And sometimes it's releasing other people's opinions of you and what you should be doing. I'm going to leave that there, you guys, subject to interpretation. If you're interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. I love you guys all so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.